because she told me to.
The case of Randy, who believed killing people would send him to another dimension. Randy Stair, born September 17, 1992, mostly known by his on-the-line pseudonym Andrew Blaze, was a mentally ill American who resided in Dallas, Pennsylvania. He was most notably obsessed with the character Ember from the Nickelodeon cartoon Danny Phantom, and even made a fictional group of girls all based on the character called Embers Ghost Squad. Even though Stair did not commit a school shooting, he idolised the Columbine High School shooters Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. He wrote about committing a school shooting, made an animated video of a school shooting, and wrote that Weiss Markets is officially Columbine High School. He said that he would have gone back to his old high school to commit the shooting, but had been demolished the year he had graduated. He also believed he was a woman trapped in a man's body, and admitted in a video to frequently cross-dressing when his family wasn't home. He wrote in his journal and filmed home videos of himself planning the massacre, dubbed the suicide tapes, which were all uploaded onto his now deleted Mediafire page. Randy was strongly opposed to participating in therapy or seeing a counsellor, as he believed that doing so alters who you are. However, based on Stair's claims and disclosure of significant events in his life, his mental health was anything but such. Starting from his middle school years, evidence of Randy's dishevelled mental state began to emerge. In written stories Stair had presented to his English teacher, the main characters would almost always end up being involved in some deadly incident that would kill said characters. Despite this, Stair claims that his works were never questioned by instructors. It was around this time that Randy's fascination with death and the afterlife became an obsession, but was not a worthy cause of concern until Stair entered high school. Stair reports that his suicidal ideation intensified by the time he started high school. He began pondering methods of suicide, including asphyxiation and burning. On a trip to New York with his family, Randy reported that he had contemplated jumping from a skyscraper to his death. In home videos, film produced by Randy years later, he expressed remorse regarding the decision to not take his life during his teenage years. Randy was more well known as Andrew Blaze online. He had multiple YouTube channels over the course of 9 years. The first of such channels was opened on June 9, 2008 and was called Pioneers Productions. Almost all the videos made on Pioneers Productions between 2008 and 2009 were deleted and are lost forever. The oldest video still remaining on the channel is a November 2009 video entitled Mr. Horsehead. The finale series was a series of 5 videos uploaded on the Pioneers Production channel. The first one, called Amnesia, in which a weight falls on Randy's head and then he is tied up by Froggy and Whale, who film him being sexually assaulted. The third video, called Extinction, is when Randy murders Froggy and the Whale and puts their bodies into a box. The fourth video, called Resurrection, is where Randy, who feels remorseful for murdering the Whale and Froggy, is chased by their ghosts. Ember then uses her powers to stop Froggy and the Whale. The final video in this series, named Absolution, is where Andrew puts the toys in a box and burns the box, appearing to cremate the toys. The toys were actually taken out of the box through a hole in the bottom of the box. The final creative venture of Randy's life was Embers Ghost Squad, or EGS for short, which was based on Ember McLain, a character from Danny Phantom. Randy mainly put her focus on the EGS tapes, which were recorded before the characters in the series died. She cites one of the characters, Mackenzie West, as being her soulmate. It was here she adopted her nickname in what she is mostly known by today, Andrew Blaze. In late 2016, Andrew began working on what would be her final video, called Westboro High Massacre / Goodbye, which featured Andrew and another EGS character, Rachel, shooting up a high school, likely based on the one Andrew Blaze went to as a teenager. There had been multiple tape episodes called Conspiring a Massacre, in which Andrew's character in the show and Rachel both conspired to shoot up Westboro High. These Conspiring a Massacre tapes are not to be confused with Andrew's actual suicide tapes that she uploaded to her Mediafire page and shared before the actual Weiss Market shooting. At approximately 11 PM on June 7th, 2017, Randy arrived at Weiss Market for his late night shift before performing his typical store duties. Randy blocked an emergency exit near the building's crew area. Not long after, Randy returned to the crew area and blocked any remaining emergency exits after securing all the store's exits, including locking the automatic doors located at the entrance. Randy equipped himself with 2 pistol-grip automatic shotguns. Stair prowled the store, killing 3 co-workers of the 5 total employees working the store that night. Kristen Newell was the only survivor. Newell had been distracted and listening to music whilst the events unfolded. She was approached by Stair. Stair remained behind Newell for approximately 5 seconds before Newell, still unaware of the situation, turned to walk down another aisle. Newell became aware of the attack when Stair began shooting at store merchandise, including a glass object, and immediately fled to the crew room where she contacted the police. The shooting concluded when Randy took his own life via a self-inflicted gunshot near the deli section. Investigators later discovered that despite arming himself with 2 weapons, all fired rounds were ejected from only one of Randy's shotguns.